So I finally gave in and I finally played it. Black Ops 7 Zombies. Now the reason I gave in and I finally played it is because while I've been having so much fun with Battlefield 6, realistically this is a Zombies channel and it's only fair I gave it a try. Now surprisingly, there was shit that I actually enjoyed about this game. I went into it with zero expectations, and I mean this is basing it off this shit and this shit. And while I've never really been a big fan of the multiplayers of these new CODs, I always give Zombies a fair chance because I love Zombies. It's what this whole thing's based upon. Now, I will be giving my opinion on pretty much just one map and one game because it's really the only thing I was interested in. The other one I will give some opinions on, but I didn't really play it that much. I didn't really care about it that much. It was mainly just one, and you'll probably understand why. Now, the map we're talking about today, pretty much 95% of this video, is Vandorm Farm. It's essentially a reimagining of a map off of my favorite Zombies game, Black Ops 2. And while Ashes of the Dam technically was based off Places from Transit, Farm or Vandorm Farm was the only map that was on Black Ops 7 that had just that bit, just like Black Ops 2. Now if Black Ops 7 had like a town reimagined or diner reimagined or something along those lines, whoa, this video would be a different tune. But unfortunately it's not. They only had Vandorm Farm, so we're going to be talking about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my opinions of the game. Now, I just want to clarify, the only newer zombie maps I really enjoyed, like from a newer game, was Cold War, but that's a completely different video entirely. Now, Vandorm Farm has some really cool things about it and some really shitty things about it, and I would like to go over both, but I'm going to take turns, so I'm not just going to say what's bad about the map all in one big list and then what's good about the map all in one list. It will sort of be a big mishmash of good things and bad things. Now, the thing I liked the most about the map was its back to basics general survival. Not some 80-step campaign mission disguised as a zombie map. I'm talking about that raw survival aspect that some people consider bland, especially new gen players. I think that the basicness and the blandness, what made the OG zombies shine. Take Kino and World at War maps for example. They didn't have some long Easter egg, it was just basic pencil to paper survival, and we all love that, and I think that COD developers are actually learning in that respect. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that the developers have a lot to work on, and the greed of the multiplayer really doesn't help the fact that it sort of ruins the fun of the zombies because the whole game's trash. And it's a perfect example here because the multiplayer of Black Ops 7 is trash, but I actually kind of enjoy these zombies, and I'll give you loads of reasons. Now, I just want to start with the map is really gorgeous. It looks really, really good. Now, I'm running on Dolby Vision on my 4K TV, which really makes it pop. And I even feel like for people who are running lower resolutions of a monitor or a TV, it will still pop. But on my TV, it looked gorgeous. I really love the graphics of this map. It just has that dirty, grimy, murky feel that the original Farm had, and I think that's the magic that made Farm what it was. So the fact that they brought this over is, again, the step in the right direction. Another really good example of what was considered trash COD, but really good zombies, like I said, Cold War. Die Maschine was fucking beautiful. It was so gorgeous looking with the graffiti all over the building, brought you back to that old Knacked vibe, brought you out into the map where the plane crash was, had the underground bunker, and it just looked phenomenal with like the weather and stuff. It honestly, you can tell that they thought about this. Now I'm going to go on to the first bad thing of the map, and it's the pause timers, which I know everybody agrees with me is stupid. I should be allowed to go take a shit, make some food, hug my mum. I should be allowed to go do all these things without this stupid restriction of being worried about my game ending. Like, I know why they did it, because you have to always be online nowadays on these Call of Duties, but I'm sorry, take that shit out. It's stupid. Just take it out. Back on Kino days, you were able to pause that shit for hours, come back and resume exactly where you were. But with this shit, technically, I mean, it takes you out and then you can resume your map. I shouldn't have to do that. Just let me pause the shit. That has to be one of the dumbest fucking things COD has ever done, and that includes being above on microtransactions, like in that level, because I'm sorry, but what about if you live in a rural area where it's difficult to get internet sometimes, like you have a low connection or just shitty internet in general? What, you can't play the game? Go fuck yourself. Now, a really cool thing they did add on this map, or the game in general, was third person. I actually think that's really, really cool. Now, I can't obviously waffle on about too much because it's just changing from first to third person. I think it was done really well, and there's not much more to comment about. Go try it out, it's really cool. The weird thing the game does, and it's continuing on its generation of new COD zombies things, being able to customize your loadout before you actually enter the game. I just sort of think that takes away from the whole magic of what it originally was. I want to start with an M1911. I want to buy some wall guns to start with. Hashtag M14 gang. Now, I'm sure some people don't have a problem with it and actually advocate for it, but I think that why fix it if it's not broken? Like, they had it game after game after game after game of where it was the same formula. Start with the M1911 or sometimes other guns if you want to talk about Shadows of Evil, but you had it to where you started with the same gun, you get some guns during the start, and then you hit the mystery box and you achieve better guns. What the hell's wrong with that? Why did they change that? I like the fact that you start with something shit and end with something good. Why do you have to start with something so overpowered now? It's just stupid. Like I said, bring that shit back. I don't enjoy it. I'm sure a lot of people don't. I'm sure a lot of people do. It's just my opinion. Put your own opinion down in the comments. Now, I'm a bit mixed, to be honest, about the dog rounds, or they're not really dogs. More like these motherfuckers from Attack the Block. I just want to say they're an incredible step up from the Black Ops 6 fucking spider things you had. They were so stupid, I didn't like them. Don't get me wrong, these things from Black Ops 7 are pretty cool, but they're just a bit too vicious for me. Like, I ended up getting down from them rather than regular zombies, which is just unheard of. Like, dog round should be the easy breath of fresh air from the game, but in this one they were just too aggressive. Next, I want to talk about how cool the box is. It is really cool. It reminds me of the one from Origins that has that cool blue grey style, and I really like it. Not much to say, but it's pretty cool. Now, another thing is the Pack-a-Punch machine. First of all, I really like how well it's placed. It reminds me of, once again, those simplistic pencil to paper survival maps where it's just nice and there, like Town. And I've got no problem with the camos or the way it works, but my issue is actually the animation that got removed, like where it sort of sucks the gun in and then pushes it back out. Where the fuck did that go? Like, why is it instantly doing it now? I get it makes it more convenient and easy, but I like that shit, and I'm sure a bunch of other people now. Obviously, the elephant in the room, Gobblegums are back. That's cool. I'm not really part of that family. I never really used them, never really cared for them. Like I said, I like more simplistic gameplay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I use them a little bit in Black Ops 3, like the custom maps, but that's about it. If you like Gobblegums, they're back. Well done. Now, obviously, we have Armored Zombies. I never played MW3, that open mode shit, or Vanguard, or anything like that. I played a little bit of Black Ops 6, not really, like 5 minutes, but I don't know whether that returns or not, but they're pretty cool in this game. I like them. Cool feature, just makes that little challenge action. Now, here's what I want to talk about. The fucking crack bear that arrives. First of all, I just want to say, you can't hate on this boss zombie idea. You can't say, oh, they didn't have it in the original, because they did. That's what made Mob of the Dead special. I don't exactly have a problem with this crack bear. I think he's pretty cool. Don't actually remember his name. Just gonna call him Crack Bear. PTSD from fucking Elden Ring's crap bears. I think he actually added a really cool level of challenge to the basic gameplay, because you need something in there. And to be honest, he did actually give me quite a challenge. There was some really clutch moments where I had the Raygun Mark II luckily, but if I didn't, I knew my ass was grass. And he had these really cool things where you had to like shoot him off and he would use them as weapons. It was really sick. I actually really liked it. I thought it was a really cool addition. Now, it has the Wonder Fizz machine instead of perks located around, which you can either love or hate. I'm indifferent. I actually think it makes it a bit more convenient to go get these perks, but there's always that special charm about going to the machine, hearing the jingle, drinking it up, feeling a bit more powerful. There was always that special upgradey feeling, which sort of takes it away with the simplicity of it, but it is convenient. Now, obviously, the wonder weapons weren't a massive thing in this map. I'm not complaining, like I said, sort of back to that farmy vibe. I ended up getting the Raygun Mark II pretty early, and it made the game a lot smoother, and I can't complain. It feels really, really good, and I like it. It's obviously better than the Raygun, so there's no point in getting that, which I think was a problem in the start one, where sort of just took the need away to get it in the first place, but we love it. We love the Raygun. We love you, buddy. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with these ammo boxes. For one thing, it's nice to be able to get ammo, and you can sort of get it as you go and makes it convenient, but then it removes that challenge and the exciting aspect of being able to get one as a power-up. I feel like, once again, that's a charm they sort of sucked away, kept from the original ones that no one really liked. Now, obviously, the main question, will I be returning to play this again? Surprisingly, yes. My expectations were extremely low, so it wasn't very hard to beat them anyway. But I kicked back, put on some music, and enjoyed a good, refreshing, simple game of zombies, which I haven't had in a very long time. It was very easy to kick back and enjoy it, because I feel like they actually somewhat listened and they took it back and gave us a map where we could just sort of chill out. I know Ashes of the Damned, obviously I will maybe do a different video on that. That's a maybe. If you enjoyed this one, let me know. Maybe I'll do it, but for this one, I think I'm going to stick with Farm. It's pretty good. Like I said, I give it a thumbs up. Not a super thumbs up, but a thumbs up. 7 out of 10. That's it for today, guys. Like I said, it's been very fun kicking back and playing zombies. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below. Please hit that subscribe button. Peace.